Hey guys, Kid Resell here, back at you with another What Sold video for week 45 of 2025. Starting out with a really good sale, Hidden Fates ETB Elite Trainer Box from Pokemon. Now this is something that you're not going to find in the wild because this one is new and sealed. I got this retail arbitrage at Walmart like 5 or 6 years ago, so you're not going to find it at Walmart, you're not going to find it, maybe you'll find it at a garage sale. Chances are you're not going to find it at a garage sale. I paid $60 for this originally, and it sold for $390 plus shipping. I still have one or two more of these left to sell. So yeah, very good sale there, obviously. Another really good sale is this Jellycat, Wiley the Whale Jellycat. He's obviously a little bit of a rarer one. I think I paid like $7 or $8 for him at a consignment sale in September, October. He sold for $133 plus shipping. So a fun sale there, Jellycat, Wiley the Whale. Baseball glove, Rawlings. This is Ken Griffey Jr. baseball glove. It's just the brand is Ken Griffey Jr. Or the brand is Rawlings. The style is styled after his glove. But that sold for like $12 plus shipping. Not much there. Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. This Funko Pop sold for like 15 or 20 plus shipping. I paid 15 for it originally, so I'm going to lose money on this when it comes to actually accounting for it in my spreadsheet. But I made some money at least back. I made more than just donating it would have been. 3 of these Canon 241 XL color ink cartridges. These 3 sold for like $50 plus shipping. I think I paid 3 or 4 each. I still do some retail arbitrage at Walgreens. It's just random. I don't go, like I used to drive to all the Walgreens in my area and look for stuff. Mainly I was looking for toys that I knew had good resale value. But I don't find those anymore when I go to Walgreens, and I don't really try as hard as I should probably. But I mean, Amazon's also making it way harder to sell, so that also has something to do with it. Next and last item for today is these Sennheiser earbuds. So they do charge, obviously, because it's still holding the charge right now. But these I got out of a storage unit. I was about to just not throw them away, but put them in the garage sale. And then I looked them up. They're selling for $67. These sold for $67 plus shipping. I was able to use the model. You can see the model number on there. It's very, very faint, but if you get a light to it, you can see it. You're not going to be able to see it, but yeah. Sennheiser earbuds. Be on the lookout for that brand, apparently, because it's worth some decent money. And that's it for sales to start out the week. Here are my sales for today. First up is this Kiawa Island Golf Resort golf pin flag. This sold for $80 plus shipping. It'll roll up and fit in a tube that I have. The tube's a little too big for it, but it'll fit. So, good sale there, obviously. 3 Smurfs. Collected these over random places. They sold for around 15 or 20 on Posh. The first Posh sale I've had in a long time. Poshmark's been, for some reason, Poshmark's been dead recently for me. I don't know why. Imagine Next little Spider-Man figures. These sold for, I think they sold for around 30 or 40 plus shipping. One Amazon sale, Pixie. I always get occasional Amazon sales just randomly out of the blue. This is one of them for $7 plus shipping. And then last but not least, these rollers. I think these were free from my mom, but I'm not positive where they came from. These sold for around 20 plus shipping or somewhere in that range. So I think that's it for sales for today. Here are my sales for today. I had a Whatnot show. I made like $42. Let me show you all some of the items that sold in that show. Tinkerbell sold for like $5. Tigger sold for $5 as well. So hopefully I'll be making some decent money. I don't think I went over the £5 limit, so I shouldn't have to pay Whatnot any money for shipping. Pluto and Goofy, these sold for $12 for each of them. I think 7 or 8 for Pluto and then 5 for Goofy. A couple more of the items that sold on the plush toy raid train. This guy sold for $12. Elliot, Pete's Dragon. I based the 12 off of what I saw on eBay. On eBay, he's going for like 20 to 30, somewhere in that range. So I decided to put him on Whatnot for a little bit cheaper. And he sold pretty quickly. This is actually the first time he's been in the show, so he sold really fast. Tiana sold as well for like $4. And then someone bought all of these Beanie Boos and Beanie Babies for $10. These 3 sold for $5, and then these 3 random like Hershey Bear, Twisty the Monkey, and Legend the Dragon. Those sold for $5, so $10 total for all of those on Whatnot. Someone sent me a message after the show asking if I could bundle stuff, so I did. These 2 guys also sold. Now moving on to the sales that actually bring in good money. Jester Saints hat sold for like 13 plus shipping. This would not have sold on, I wouldn't have put this on Whatnot anyways, but it wouldn't have sold on Whatnot because it's very team specific. Along with this right here, Houston Cougars, Houston Cougars polo shirt that sold for 35 plus shipping. It came from the Goodwill bins Freemason jacket. This sold for like $20 plus shipping. The good sales though, this yarn, these skeins of yarn from Karen Anniversary Cake is the brand. You can kind of see it right there on the end. This sold for $50 plus shipping. It was one that was partially crocheted already. Otherwise, it would have sold for more if it hadn't been crocheted yet. Ow, that was my hand. Also sold these skeins of yarn, the pink ones. The pink skeins y'all see right there. Those sold for $90 plus shipping. And last but not least, this inflatable pig. I'm not going to be able to show it to y'all because it's not inflated right now, but it's a pig with a Santa hat. That sold for like $10 plus shipping. Not much, but I paid $5 for a huge tote of them. I already sold one and made money back, so that's just free money at this point. So yeah, I think that's it for sales for today. Decent amount of sales going out and a decent whatnot show as well. Here are my sales for today. First up, this little Chocolate Lab tie TY Classics with a collar around it, which doesn't originally go with it, but I'll sell it. I already had it in the picture, so this sold for like $15 plus shipping. Let's see. This Duffy outfit, Disney Duffy outfit, Disney Duffy Bear, kind of like Build-A-Bear clothes. That sold for like $10 plus shipping. This New York Knicks shirt. This came out of a storage unit, I'm pretty sure, and it sold for around $45 or $50 plus shipping. Sports stuff is always good out of storage units. This Stinger charger from Streamlight sold for $27. I think that includes shipping, so like $20 plus shipping. This came from the Goodwill bins. Set of 4 gloves, military gloves. These came out of one storage unit that had a bunch of military clothing in it. These, I looked them up and they were all military gloves of some kind. These sold for like $45 plus shipping. Kermit sold for $35 plus shipping. I paid $1 for him. I will take that off before I ship him. That's what I paid for him at Walmart a long time ago. And we got this Bambi purse. Bambi purse sold for like $25 plus shipping. I think I paid like $1 for that. And I think that's it for sales. Yeah, that's it for sales for today. Here are my pre-weekend sales. I got 5 sales going out today. First up, we have Pierre the Pelican mascot. This guy sold for around $15 plus shipping on eBay. He was my only sale for a long time yesterday on eBay, and then I got a couple more. This Predator shirt sold for around $20, including shipping. I don't know where that came from, but I probably paid about $1 for it. A couple storage units finds that sold. True Religion jeans, section straight. These were size 36 with an inseam of 33. So I did list. Usually I do list the inseam on jeans just to hopefully help the buyer decide. Hopefully they do not return that. The best sale for today is this Georgetown Allen Iverson jersey. This came from one of the recent storage units. You can see right there. It says Georgetown Allen Iverson on the back of it. That sold for $50 plus shipping. And then the last sale, technically it sold today on Friday, but I'm going to go ahead and ship it out since I hadn't shipped stuff out yet. I sold it early this morning. This little guy, Magic Koopa, came from that Mario buy that I had. I think I paid like less than $1 for each item. This guy sold for $13 plus shipping. So a good sale there as well. And that's all I got for the pre-weekend sales. Probably close to $200 somewhere, maybe a little bit less than that, but it's better than 0 sales, as I say. So hopefully the sales will pick up this weekend. Here are my weekend sales. Got a decent amount of sales going on. Got some on Poshmark, some on eBay, and some on Mercari. And even an Amazon sale, which actually I forgot to grab, so I'm probably not going to show y'all until the next video. Custard Cat, this sold for like $15 plus shipping. I don't know where it came from, but it obviously didn't weigh anything. So a fun little sale there. Sid the Snail, I found him. It took me a while to find him, but he sold for like 10 plus shipping. I think I paid 11 for him. So losing money there, obviously. UNO hat, this sold for $20 plus shipping. Toucan Cincy Buddy, a little guy, he sold for like 8 plus shipping. Not worth the money. Cincy Buddies don't have much value sometimes. This sold on Poshmark for 16 plus shipping. It's Fluttershy My Little Pony. These Lego minifigures also sold for like 10 plus shipping. This snail sold for 15 or 20 plus shipping. Got it for $1. Babies R Us. These sold for 14 free shipping. We got this Puppy Surprise for like 8 plus shipping. This Negro League hat. That's what it says on there. Negro League hat. This sold for like 25, I think, on Poshmark. This hat sold on Mercari for, I think, 15 plus shipping. Came out of a storage unit. These boots are free from my mom. These are Clark's zip up boots. They sold for around 30 plus shipping as well. And I think that's it for sales for this video. I think that's it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment your favorite sale for the video, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.